You guys, oh my god. I'm just now starting this vlog and I'm already DNFing a book. I'm very sad to be reporting that I'm DNFing Lore of the Wilds. I actually think I'm gonna quit reading. This was another highly anticipated book for me. Sounded amazing, like cottagecore, fantasy, romance, fays, a magical library. Everything about it sounded amazing. I started reading it this morning. I got like halfway into it and I realized I'm just bored. Like I'm not having a good time. And I think that it is the writing. There's something about the writing that just makes me not care. Like, I don't know, because I like the main character. I like the plot. The plot is very interesting. Basically, it takes place in the Fae realms where humans live, but they are kind of like imprisoned in this village that is surrounded by this Fae forest. And if humans go into the forest, they end up dying. So they're trapped in their village. And the main character is a human, and a Fae lord realizes that she can speak and read Fae texts. They make a deal that he will protect her town, her village, if she will journey into like the Fae kingdom and go into a magical library where Fae are not allowed to step into. There is like a spell cast on this library and Fae cannot go inside of it. So this Fae lord wants her to go in the library and read all the books in there, catalog everything, and tell him anything of importance that she finds in there. What I really like is that she is very resourceful and she is like very smart, and she's like, okay, if I do this and I'm reading all of these ancient Fae texts, maybe I can find some sort of magic that will free the humans from the Fae. So it's like, I really like the main character. I really like the plot. I think it just comes down to, I don't think the writing is very good or captivating. And I'm definitely the kind of reader that, like, if I don't feel connected to the story, nothing is gonna make me care. I don't know. I think this might be like a DNF for now. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm not connecting to it. And I'm very, I'm very disappointed because this is now the second like highly anticipated book that I've had this year that's not going well. And I think I'm cursed. I should stop reading new releases, or at least stop reading things that I have high expectations for, because I talked about this with an Education in Malice where like I was trying to judge if my expectations were just too high or if the book was actually unsuccessful. This one actually might be a case of my expectations were too high because I believe this is a debut book. Like, I've never read anything from this author, so perhaps I was expecting too much. I don't know. I'm gonna put it down for now. Maybe I'll come back to it at another point. But I just know if I continue reading it right now, I'm not gonna give it a high rating at all. I had like a whole plan this week of what I wanted to read, and now I'm scared to pick up anything else. So I think my game plan should be to pick up a book that I have no expectations for. Like, it's not a book I think I'm gonna give 5 stars. It's not a book from like an author that I love. It's not an anticipated release. It's not like, I want something that is, if it's good, it'll surprise me. If it's bad, I don't care. That should be my goal for my next book, because I actually think if I read another highly anticipated book and I don't like it, I'm gonna fling myself out a window. Okay, I found 2 romance books. So All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. This one, I have read a Mariana Zapata book like a long time ago. I read From Luke Off with Love, and I liked it. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. I definitely enjoyed it, but it wasn't like a favorite, and I never really was super interested in reading another one of her books. But I don't know, lately I've just been feeling like I want a long, slow burn. And this is one that gets recommended to me a lot, actually. I think it's a small town romance. It says enemies to lovers. And then we have Serpentine Valentine by Gianna Darling. This was sent to me recently. And this one I wouldn't say no expectations for, but I have lower expectations for because I have read or tried to read Gianna Darling before, and I DNF'd the only book that I've tried because I hated it, and I've never really wanted to give her another chance. But she came out with a sapphic Medusa romance, and I'm like, okay, I'll give her a second chance. So the question is, do I want to read from an author who I've given 3 stars or read from an author that I DNF'd? That is the dilemma here. Also, what am I feeling? Am I feeling like slow burn small town, or am I feeling dark romance? I don't know, something is drawing me to this ever since I got it. I don't know, something is really drawing me to it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the audiobook and I'm gonna listen to like the first chapter or couple of chapters and see how I'm feeling. I need you all to understand what just happened to me. I don't know if I can fully paint a picture for you guys. I just sat here and I read this entire book. Like, the sun has gone down. The sun is gone. Loki is, oh my God, where's Loki? What time is it? Where's my phone? This book is 600 pages. I think I entered into a different realm, like an alternate dimension. No, actually, what witchcraft is in this book? Because I think I was just possessed. This is 600 pages and I haven't eaten. I haven't gone to the bathroom. I don't know where Loki went. He abandoned me a long time ago, apparently. Like, I'm actually concerned because I've been sitting here for the past, what, 5 hours? Didn't move. Didn't register anything going on around me. I'm like, if my house was burning down around me, would I have noticed? I don't know. Okay, Loki has been found. He is okay. So this book, what it's about. This is about a girl named Aurora who is getting out of a long-term toxic relationship and she decides to move back to her hometown where she grew up with her mom. She rents out this garage apartment and when she gets there, the owner of the garage is like, who are you? What are you doing here? He had no idea that she rented it out. It turns out that his 15-year-old son like went behind his back to rent it out. So the girl begs the dad to let her stay. So he reluctantly lets her stay. He's very grumpy and guarded and she slowly is charming him. It's such a slow burn romance and I loved everything about this book. I loved the romance. I loved the plot outside the romance. I loved all of the side characters. I loved the main character. Like, it was so perfect. It was so layered. There was so much to it. I loved that the journey that the main character was on. I liked that she had her own plot outside of the romance and then we really got to know her as a character. A lot of times I feel like with romances, it's hard for me to get super invested in the characters because you never really get to know them outside of the context of their romance. But what I loved about this is that you really you spend so much time with the main character and like I said, she has this whole journey not even related to the romance. I loved her relationship with the 15-year-old son. There was something going on with this book. I'm like, what happened? Actually, what happened? I lost the past 5 hours of my life. I don't know what happened to me. I was possessed, I was taken over. I get it. I finally understand the Mariana Zapata hype. I get it, okay? I'm a believer now. This might be an all-time favorite romance. Like, not only did I love it so much, I want to reread it. I want to read it again. Probably not for a while because, as we just saw, it took over my life for a little bit. But I definitely want to come back to this and reread it at some point. It was amazing. 5 stars. Oh my God, is this the key? Is this the secret to getting 5 stars? Is I need to go into books expecting nothing? Wild. Actually wild. Okay, the next book that I will be reading is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is my book club book for Patreon, and it's gonna be a reread for me. So I'm very curious to see what I think of it this time. I had a like momentary freak out today because I filmed a whole book haul. You can see all of my books behind me. And then when I went to import that footage from my camera onto my computer, oh hello, it was not working. Like my computer was like, we did not register a camera. So I had a little panic attack because anything that has to do with like technology not working the way that it's supposed to makes me panic because my brain instantly goes, oh my God, I need a new computer. Oh my God, I need a new camera. And that's a lot of money. So I raced my ass over to Walmart. I literally like got in my car. I was still wearing my slippers. I didn't even put my shoes on. I raced over to Walmart to buy a new like cord for my camera to my computer and a new SD card reader, just in case that was the problem. I even took my computer and my camera with me to Walmart so I could try it before I left and it worked. So crisis averted, but since I had a whole meltdown panic attack, I had to get myself an emergency Dr. Pepper. I think I told you guys I'm cutting out soda for the most part. Like, I'm not buying soda and keeping it in my house. So I haven't been drinking a lot of soda, but in times of crisis, okay? Times of crisis. And then I also got Hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos and Dr. Pepper. This is the life source, the fountain of youth. Oh my God, there's this video that I love of this really old woman who's like 100. And they're like, what's the secret to living so long? And she goes, I drink 3 Dr. Peppers a day. And then she's like, I had so many doctors tell me not to drink Dr. Peppers, and they're all dead now.
You're drinking Dr. Pepper right now.
That's exactly right. That stuff is good. It's got sugar in it, and 2 doctors have told me that if I drink it, I will die, but they died first.
Honestly, she's an icon. An icon. But anyways, while I was at Walmart, I also got some curly hair products because, as we can see, I am trying to embrace my natural curly hair. And I've actually never, oh, Loki's very interested in this. I've actually never embraced my curly hair, like my natural curls, since I was a kid. Like, since I had the autonomy and the ability to style and do my own hair, I've never allowed it. But lately, I have been trying to rescue the curls and see what happens. So everything I have going on right now with my hair, it's literally just like me letting it air dry and not putting any heat into it. I don't do any products, but I got these 2 things. It's the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk. So this one is a curl cream, and then this one is a mousse. So next time I wash my hair, I will try these and we're gonna see how it goes. This is gonna be a long journey, but I really want to improve like my hair health. I am still finishing up Addie LaRue. My book club live is tomorrow. And do I have a lot of the book left to read? Yes, I do. Should I probably be reading it right now? Yeah, I probably should. Instead though, I'm gonna watch the new Netflix movie Damsel, and I'm gonna eat my hot Cheetos and treat myself to a little relaxing evening. And then I will finish Addie LaRue. I finished Damsel. I really liked it. It was such a good movie. It was like if you take Ready or Not, but make it a fantasy movie about a princess and a dragon. It was fun. It was very fun. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want to go to bed now, wake up early tomorrow, read almost all of Addie LaRue before my book club live show at 2 o'clock? Or do I want to drink a little coffee right now, get a little caffeine, read the majority of Addie LaRue tonight, and then finish it up in the morning? The dilemma. It's, do I want to go to bed at my normal time? Or do I want to rely on tomorrow me to make good decisions? That is the problem. Present Riley always thinks that tomorrow Riley is going to be a lot more productive. And she's not. She's not. Tomorrow Riley is never productive. So I'm thinking I should do it tonight. I'm thinking I should do it tonight because I feel like if I save it for tomorrow, it's not gonna happen. And that would be bad because I have my live show. Like, I have to do it. I have to do it. Here's the thing though. I have read Addie LaRue before. So if I fall asleep while I'm listening to it, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. I'm just trying to refresh my memory. But I actually think I'm liking it more this time than I did the first time. I did go back and find the vlog where I originally read Addie LaRue, and I really liked it. I think I gave it 5 stars. But it was something that, like, I feel like I loved in the moment and then it didn't stick with me. Like, I really never thought about it again. But as I'm reading it now, I do feel like it's sticking with me more. Oh my God, there was even a line in the book, blink and you're 28, and you feel like you're so far behind everyone else and you're lost in life. And I was like, oh. Not me just turning 28. This is hitting a little bit different. Yeah, I'm loving it more this time. I think because I know where it's going and like how it's gonna end. So I'm just kind of like enjoying the ride, and the writing is so good and I love Addie. Okay, we've made the executive decision. I'm gonna go make coffee. I'm gonna try to finish this book mostly tonight. I have time tomorrow where I can read a little bit, but I wanna get the majority of it done tonight. And let's save tomorrow Riley. Let's take things off of tomorrow Riley's plate. Welcome to our book club discussion for The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm so excited to be chatting about this book. I literally finished it like an hour ago. with just enough time to spare. We did my book club for The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I finished it just in time. Listen, I actually did not end up staying up late to read it. I fell asleep after like an hour. I read it all like the morning before my live show, and I don't know, something about it this time just hit for me so much more than it did the first time. Like, I just connected to both Addie and Henry in very different ways that I don't think I did when I read this 4 years ago. The writing was amazing, and I almost think that like this is the kind of book that you can appreciate more each time that you read it. Because like I said, the first time that I read it, I just don't know if it was as impactful as then reading it again, knowing what the ending is. And it's very interesting. I was talking about this on my book club. This is the third book by V.E. Schwab I've given 5 stars, yet for some reason I don't consider her to be a favorite author, and I definitely should, because I love Vicious and Vengeful. I've read both of those multiple times. Actually, Vicious was one of the first books that I ever read and reviewed on my booktube channel. So I also think it's very rare for me to have been reading an author 10 years ago and still liking them now. That in itself is impressive. And I definitely feel like this is now a favorite book of mine. Even though last time I read it, I did give it 5 stars, I don't think it was nearly in that tier of like 5 stars that I'm constantly gonna be recommending and that are my favorites, but it has now been promoted. I love Addie. I love Addie so much. I love her story. I'm so glad that I reread it, and I'm doing that a lot this year, which isn't something that I normally do. I get hard on myself as a content creator to let myself reread, because I'm like, okay, people have already heard me talk about this book. They don't want to see me read it again. But I'm trying to be easier on myself and like letting myself read naturally, and if I want to reread something, I will do it. And I've been having fun picking rereads actually as my book club books, because then we can really like discuss it, and I just have so much more fun rereading the thing. I accidentally, like not on purpose, picked 3 months in a row doing rereads. So we did Bloom in January, this was February, and then Entreat Me by Grace Draven is March. So April, I will definitely be picking a new book that I haven't read before. I was just feeling the rereads, okay? And now I kind of feel like I want to give A Darker Shade of Magic another chance, because I did DNF that, but honestly, I'm trying to even remember what my reasoning was. I don't think I had a reason. I think I just like wasn't feeling it. So I kind of want to go back and try again. So I'm about to start some reading sprints on my Patreon, and I needed to pick a new book to read. So I decided on Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, which is a sapphic historical romance, and it just sounds like it's gonna be the perfect cute vibes that I want for today. I really kind of just want something like a little bit lighter and quicker, because the past 2 books that I read were very long. They were like both 600-ish pages, which actually, now that I'm looking at this book is 400 pages. It's not exactly quick, but I read historical romances very quickly, and I'm just so excited. I hope that this lives up. Honestly, if it's even just like a fraction of as cute as it looks and sounds, I think I will enjoy it. I don't want anything serious right now. I just want cute, fun girls kissing. I was almost falling asleep. I was getting a little tired, but then they kissed. They kissed, and that perked me right back up. Oh my God, I'm loving it. It's so good. I'm obsessed. I'm in love. Oh my God, they're like, this is my bestie, and why do I keep thinking about my bestie's beautiful hair and her lips and her hands? Oh my God, what if I kissed her? And then they kissed, and it was beautiful, magical, amazing. I finished my reading sprints, and while I was on them, I read 250 pages of Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. I would grab it. It's somewhere over there. But I started getting a headache, so that's why I'm laying down. Oh my God, this book is so cute. It is so good. I think it's gonna be 5 stars. I love it. Like, I was a little bit like having mixed feelings at the very beginning, but as soon as like the romance between the 2 girls picked up, I'm obsessed. I love it. It is so good. It is exactly what I wanted. It's so cute. It's just the perfect vibes that I wanted. It is exactly what I was expecting it to be, and I really love it. I am slightly nervous though, because I still have 100 pages left, and I'm like, what is gonna happen? I don't want anything bad to happen to these 2 girls. I just love them, and I want them to be happy, and I want them to keep kissing. So I'm nervous for what is gonna happen in the next 100 pages, but I am taking a little reading break while hopefully my headache goes away. I actually feel better now that I'm laying in a horizontal position. Sitting up is painful for me right now. So I think I'm just going to watch TV for a little bit, and then I will try to finish my book before I go to bed, because I was like speeding through it. I finished Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. This was the sapphic historical romance that I've been searching for, that I wanted. It was so amazing. I loved it. I don't think I ever really said what this is about. So basically, this is about two girls who meet and they become friends, and they discover that their parents, one of them's mom and the other one's dad, who are both now widowed, had some sort of history in the past with each other. So they come up with this like parent trapping type of scheme where they're trying to get their parents together. And so as they're doing that, they end up falling in love with each other, and then they're like, oh my god, we really need to get our parents together so that neither of us have to marry a man and we can just like secretly be together. And it was so good. Oh my god, like I loved both of these girls so much. Like the romance was amazing. I could feel how in love with each other they were, and like the stakes felt very, very high because of the time period. Like I loved their romance. I loved the romance with their parents also. I loved all the side characters. It was amazing. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. The only reason that it's not 5 stars is because I did feel like towards the end it was feeling a little bit long. This is actually a debut and I think it's an amazing debut, but I feel like it could have been edited down a little bit in like the last 100-ish pages. But I'm so excited for the next book because the epilogue of this sets up the plot and the romance that's going to be in the next book, and I cannot wait. This was just amazing. If you're looking for a really great sapphic Regency historical romance, this is the one that you have to pick up. And this is an amazing book to end this reading vlog on, ending it on a high note. Despite the fact that I DNF'd another one of my most anticipated books in this video, I read 3 amazing books. All roads lead here. 5 stars. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, 5 stars. Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, 4.5 stars. Maybe 5 stars. You could convince me. If you made it to the end of this vlog, leave me a purple heart emoji in the comments. And thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and check out my Patreon where I post tons of exclusive content. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.